tomorrow.
We all want what's best for this country. That's what I heard in Mr. Trump's remarks last night. That's what I heard when I spoke to him directly, and I was heartened by that.
Elated congressional Republicans pledged swift action on Trump's agendas. They look forward to an era of unified GOP control in Washington. First up, repealing President Obama's health care law. Stocks closed sharply higher. The Dow soared 257. The S&P added 24. The Nasdaq 58. I'm Barbara Cusack. The bodies of a missing husband and wife were found on the South Carolina property where a woman was discovered chained in a metal container last week.
The Spartanburg County coroner says the bodies that were unearthed over the weekend are those of a couple that disappeared last December. The remains of 26-year-old Megan McCraw Coxey and 29-year-old Johnny Joe Coxey were in shallow graves on acreage belonging to 45-year-old Todd Colehep, a man the sheriff says confessed to the killings of 4 other people at a motorcycle shop 13 years ago. It was the rescue of 30-year-old Kayla Brown that led to the gruesome discoveries. A third body found on Colehep's property was identified as that of Brown's boyfriend, 32-year-old Charles Carver. I'm Jan Johnson.
The Marine Corps says 2 FA-18 jets collided over the Pacific off San Diego. One of the jets landed safely at a base, and the other pilot ejected safely. I'm Barbara Cusack.
When I listen to Audible, I'm not flying to my 3rd sales meeting this month. I'm on a romantic date with my vampire boyfriend, Pierre. That pale skin, those dark, mysterious eyes, and those pointy teeth. Take me away, Pierre!
Ma'am?
I want to become queen of the night.
Ma'am, something to drink?
Water, please?
Go to audible.com/act now, and your first download is free. Audible. Stories that surround you.
At Discover, we believe anniversaries should be a time of celebration, not obligation. That's why we think annual fees are ridiculous. And now, just for giving us a try, we're going to give new card members a 1-year anniversary gift they'll never forget. At the end of your first year, we'll match all the cash back you've earned dollar for dollar. No caps and no catches, because we know if you try us, you'll like us. And that's worth every penny. Try it and believe it at discover.com/match. Cashback match offer only for new card members. Limitations apply.
Hi, this is John Austin, host of the Book Club on the Tan Talk Radio Network. I spent 35 years in publishing, and today I want to tell you about a book that could change your life. The book is No Cash, No Problem. The author is Dave Wagenford. Dave Wagenford is one of the greatest barter experts in the world. He's bartered over $500 million in goods and services. If you want to remodel your home, but the cost is just too high, or maybe there's an automobile that you have dreamed of owning, but thought you just couldn't afford. Well, this book will allow you to do both of those things, plus hundreds more with little or no cash. Maybe you're a business owner with a cash flow problem that leads to low or non-existing profits. Read this book and see how you can increase your cash flow and your profits by time-proven techniques. The book again is No Cash, No Problem, and you can buy it now online at www.tantalknetwork.com. Click on the book and follow the instructions, or pick up the phone and call Lola at 727-441-3311. The book costs only $6.99, so do yourself a favor and buy the book today.
Show me the money.
It's the Employment Opportunity Hour with Gene Hodge every Thursday night from 7 until 8.
So the purpose of the show is to help you out there to find something that you enjoy doing instead of a job. And at the start of the show, I normally give out a formula, which I know will guarantee you to find the type of job that you want right now.
Find out the formula to an enjoyable job with Gene Hodge's Employment Opportunity Hour every Thursday night from 7 until 8 here on the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Show me the money.
We got a song? We got a song? Do we have a turntable?
Hey, everybody, this is Andy Powell, guitarist, Wishbone Ash, and you are listening to Nostalgic Radio and Cars.
Okay, but it's not a reel-to-reel, though, right?
It's Nostalgic Radio and Cars every Tuesday night from 7 until 8.
We're doing vinyl tonight.
And one of my favorite pinball machines was Aces and Kings. It was a Williams machine. 40 years later, I found that machine.
Don't wait 40 years to find out about Nostalgic Radio and Cars. It's on Tuesday night from 7 until 8 here on Tan Talk.
Hi, this is Misty Wells, your host of Let's Take It Outside. Join me every Friday, 5 p.m. on your ride home. We'll talk about getting outside, getting dirty, fishing, hunting, diving, and camping. Whatever you like to do when you take it outside. Spend your afternoons with me, Misty Wells, Friday, 5 o'clock, right here on the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Thousands of newspaper and magazine articles have been written about him. Countless TV programs have focused on him. Millions of arguments have been started because of him. Everyone has an opinion about him. The world will be listening as Imus speaks. Make sure your radio's tuned, that your alarm is set, as history waits for only one man, the I-Man.
The I-Man is back in Tampa Bay on the stations of the Tan Talk Network. Catch Imus in the morning, right here.
Tampa Bay's Tan Talk. Entertaining and informative radio for the Sunshine State.
Welcome to Hollywood. What's your dream? Everybody comes here. This is Hollywood, land of dreams. Some dreams come true, some don't, but keep on dreaming. This is Hollywood, always time to dream, so keep on dreaming.
All right, it's Wednesday. You know what that means. It's Hollywood Connections. Now, your number one entertainment show in the Tampa Bay area. Hollywood Connections with Dawn Reese.
And good evening on your drive home. And I have some exciting guests in the house today. I'm really excited because we have a film director at 6:30. I was on the set behind the scenes, and we have a flamenco guitarist in the house. We have King James. We have Larry from Sunny's Comedy. So we have a really powerful show. And the next hour of the 7 o'clock, 7:15-ish, we have some ladies coming in about some soap opera stars that we're going to be at. Larry from General Hospital, and they're going to go talk about all this great stuff that we're going to be involved in. So anyways, if you're wondering what Hollywood Connections is all about, go to hollywoodconnections.biz, go to tantalk1340.com. See us live on the internet. If you see us live on Facebook, you can't hear all the interviews, so tune in. And in the meantime, King James, do you want to introduce your friend?
Yeah, this is Roberto, and I'm still practicing how to say that name. Most people want to say Roberto, but he's correcting me and teaching me to pronounce it Roberto. So he's we've been practicing because looking for some gigs coming up in the area, but he's been playing around, and I'll let him say a few words and introduce himself.
Hello, how are you?
Thank you. It's nice to be here and expressing my passion, which is flamenco guitar. It's has ancient roots that go all the way back to India, but it's Spanish, Gypsy, and folk, and very passionate, very expressive, beautiful, and romantic music. So it's my pleasure to play for you.
Well, let's take it off. You're on the air, 5 stations, 106.1 FM. You're live. That is gorgeous.
That was incredible.
Wasn't that beautiful?
You had to see him play. That was the amazing part.
I know.
Roberto.
Amazing.
That was just phenomenal. I mean, besides beautiful music, if you've watched him play, unfortunately,
yeah,
we're not.
It's an art. It's an art craft.
Can't appreciate it.
Right. Well, King James, you got to talk in the mic. You got to talk in the microphone. You're on the air.
Yeah, I'm just,
this is radio.
He's teaching me all the breaks and everything, the rhythms to go with it. So many rhythms.
You're a great accompaniment.
Well,
yeah.
You'd be better if you were a little cuter, but.
Oh, no. Do you know what? Now, where can somebody book you for a wedding or event? Who do they call?
Okay, so the best way to contact King James is one way.
And you can get them through Hollywood Connections at the station, right? Or King James, you want to give your phone number so people have it?
727-831-4111.
Perfect.
That's the Hollywood Collection hotline.
There we go. HollywoodConnections.biz.
If they want to see some pictures from years of performance, there's also some YouTube links on my Facebook musician page, Roberto Verdi, that's Verdi, flamenco guitarist. Go on Facebook. It's a public page. You can see and hear.
Wonderful. Well, we're going to be back. If you can stick around for a little bit, we'll see how our timing is and bring you back for some more amazing music. I think it's so romantic. It's beautiful. And I know we have a comic on the line. Let's get some drive time comedy.
We do, and she's one of my very favorites. Her name is Tracy Cannon. She's going to be performing at Sonny's Comedy Lounge this Friday and Saturday night at 9:30 p.m.
Okay.
And that's at the Sunset Point Cinema Bar and Grill on US 19 in Clearwater.
Right. And in the meantime, real quick, before we air, we want to thank Yvonne Madison. She is a part of our show. She was in a car accident real quick. And I know, but she's getting better, and she'll be back on the air with us really soon. So we want to just give our shout out.
Best wishes to Yvonne.
Miss you, Yvonne.
We do. I know she's watching. All right, let's introduce that comic again.
We have Tracy. Do we have Tracy?
Yes.
Hi, Tracy. It's Lair.
Hi. How are you?
How you doing? This is Dawn Reese. She's the host of the show.
Hi.
Hey, thanks for bringing me up after someone had an accident.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's right. We
Oh
had
my
somebody.
gosh.
We had somebody committing suicide a few weeks ago. This is nothing.
Oh, no. Yeah, he walked off the show.
Oh yeah, he left.
No, he didn't kill himself. He was just,
No, he was going to.
He was. Ooh, anyways, I think I added you on Facebook today as a friend. So if you're looking, you're like, who is this Dawn Reese, the dishwashing liquid?
Okay.
And
Okay.
where are you?
I was surprised to see that I had a friend after the election. I lost you.
You still got me. We're still friends.
I saw that. You know how many people are losing friends over this? It's amazing. Yeah.
It's incredibly crazy. But you know what? I if you're going to unfriend me, move to Canada. Just go.
Wow.
Well,
all good.
Tracy, where are you from?
I was born and raised in the Cleveland, Ohio area, but I've been in Florida for about 20 years.
Oh, nice. Okay. Very nice. So, can you give us a few minutes of stand up on the air for people driving? They want some comedy. They've had a hard day.
well, golly, it'd be better if I just told them about my act. Okay, I am the princess of parodies. Okay, I am a musical comedian. I do something like Weird Al Yankovic, only I'm better looking, my stuff is shorter, and I have bigger boobs. Hopefully, that will bring them in.
Yes.
I'm a Weird Al Yankovic for drunks who like big boobs. Pretty much.
Well, give everybody kind of a little synopsis of the theme of your show.
Yes.
The theme of my show is whatever moves me.
Just remember, we're on the air.
Yes, we're live on the air. 5 stations.
Yes, I know. That's why if you are easily offended, don't come to the show. If you don't mind a little body humor and some off-color language and some off-color topics, then I'm kind of your girl.
Well, it's kind of like last time, 2 weeks ago, Larry. I got to tell you, Tracy, my husband worked so hard, and he was in the front row, and he passed out. He was so tired, he fell asleep. He woke up, and he's like, honey, why is that comic picking on me? I'm like, because you're really getting comfortable in your chair. And, Larry, that was pretty funny, wasn't it?
It was hysterical because he was actually being blocked by somebody else that was sitting at the table, and he kept looking over, and I saw him looking over. I said, oh, hell no. Please, God, don't let him see that guy. And it was Dawn's husband, and he was sound asleep in his chair. And the comedian was funny as hell, and everybody laughing, and the whole room's laughing. And he looks over, he goes, "What is with that woman? Is something wrong with her?" And I said, "No, it's a man." And he goes, "What's he doing?" I said, "He's kind of taking a nap."
Oh my
Yeah.
God!
Our date night.
Don't do that in the first row at a comedy show.
Well, I knew he was tired. I knew he was tired when he told me, honey, but I dragged him out, and of course, it was my fault.
He won't do that again. He'll go to the back and sleep.
No, but we have a reserved, seat with Larry. Yeah, we do.
Right up front. Right
We
up
do.
front. Absolutely.
Well, Tracy, tell everybody your website, your Facebook, where they can get in touch with you, see some of your videos on YouTube.
Okay, Princess of Parodies, Princess OFPARODIES.com.
Perfect. And do you have an agent or manager?
Yes.
Okay, and who's your agent or manager? Because I have a lot of film directors. I'll tell you, Tracy, people want to know what this show's all about. Like, in about 20 minutes here, 15, we have a film director that I was on there behind the scenes last night. And we have so many casting directors. And, even though you have an agent, that's great because this show helps you get connected. If you don't, we have agents that you can call and email your photos to and say, hey, I heard you on Hollywood Connections.
Oh, very cool. Very
Right.
cool.
So...
Yeah, is it time for your movie debut?
Is it time for my movie debut? It's always time for a movie debut.
So I mentioned
Absolutely.
I mentioned on some of the promotions for you that you're the most highly requested act in all the clothing optional communities.
Yes,
You wanna,
I am the number one female entertainer in the world for clothing optional resorts and sexually alternative lifestyles, we'll say.
That's a resume builder right there, isn't it?
number one in the world. So, yeah.
And I
So
think it all
read
started.
into that what you will.
I think it all started with me booking you up at Caliente, didn't it?
It did.
Yeah,
It did.
she worked Caliente, and they loved her up there. And then she joined. She became a member. Her and her husband at the
Nice.
time, and she
Yeah,
became
for a short time. We were a member there for about a year.
Yeah, she was
and then
household name at Caliente.
Yeah, things just kind of went horribly right in some weird ways, and yeah, one thing led to another, and now I travel all over the world, visiting, doing comedy, and I actually do hypnosis as well for different clothing optional resorts.
Wow, that's interesting.
Brilliant.
That's kind of like my friend. I take him over. He asked for media of some places that I can't tell you the name, but I would tell you, he hypnotizes people. But I'll give him my media ID, and then all of a sudden I'm seeing him like Wonder Woman is like lifted in the air, so as a mannequin, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Well,
but he's good.
I gotta add to that when you, and she's talking about comedy hypnosis shows.
Okay.
And when you have a hypnosis show, one of the first questions people ask is, if I participate, they're not going to get me to take any of my clothes off, are you? And I tell them, I said, no, you're not going to do anything that you wouldn't normally do. So no, that's not going to happen. But at a clothing optional resort, they've already got their clothes off. So
that's true.
Do you ever hypnotize them to put their clothes back on?
So
yeah.
When Larry woke up, he was naked, right?
Yeah. No, they asked me at the resort once, are you going to take your clothes off? I said, I haven't met you people, but you seem like nice people. I have no reason to punish any of you for anything, so I'm going to be leaving mine on. True story.
Well, Tracy,
Yeah,
I have a question. Now, when you started out in comedy, what was your first step that you said, this is what I want to do? And how did you do it? Did you just come up with some, material that happened like everyday life, or did you get some training?
Yeah, tell them about your training, Trace.
Yeah, training.
Yeah, I actually read quite a few books, and then I think I took a class or two from some other comedians in the area, and then I just started putting together 5 minutes, and then adding 5 minutes, and adding 5 minutes, and pretty soon I was ready to MC, and then a couple of years later ready to feature, and then a couple of years after that I was headlining. At the time that I was becoming a headliner is when the economy, went south. And that's about the same time I started performing at the clothing optional resorts. And so I just decided to focus on that and made that kind of my niche. And it's very seldom that I do comedy clubs anymore. I only do a handful of comedy clubs a year. Larry's one of them. There's just a couple other clubs across the country that I still perform. So whenever anybody says, when are you performing locally? I'm like, it's going to be this Friday and Saturday, and you better go because I don't know when I'm going to be here again.
Well, tell them I'll be at this bar down in the corner where I'm meeting this guy that I met online.
Oh gosh, yes, my online dating
But
adventures
before you
are
tell
always.
before you tell them about that, quick, tell them about your musical, the whole musical thing, because I think that's hysterical.
My show, I play a keyboard. I am a classically trained pianist. I have a degree in music. It cost my parents $60,000, and I've used it to sing dick jokes in comedy clubs. So there is musical. The Princess of Parody show is probably 75-80% music, and then 20% stand up.
Okay.
And there's some audience participation. Pretty much, I'm a middle-aged white chick with ADD and not really good at anything else. So this was a natural blend of my highest and best use, which was dick jokes and comedy clubs. So
I just watched a movie, Fun with Dick and Jane, the other day. I'm gonna just go.
You just wanted to say dick, didn't you?
No,
I know you did.
no, it was with who was that movie? It was a really funny movie, the new one that came out with. You know who I'm talking about. Oh, I'll come back with it in a minute. Y'all know who I'm talking about. That is a really funny comedy. So Peter has something to say. Hi, Peter. How are you?
Hi, Peter.
He's like mute right now. Can you hear me?
He's looking like all those news guys this morning on the news.
I know. We are so. Aren't you tired, Trace? Did you stay up last night? I stayed up till 2:45 watching this election.
You know what? I was diehard. I stayed up till 3:30. I had to know.
Good for you.
I had to know.
What, Peter?
Yep, I was there through the end.
Oh.
You know, it was remarkable. I have to say this. Wait, we're getting.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, I got. Well, I was talking about the movie, Fun with Dick and Jane. It was it's a comedy. It's really funny. So I gotcha. Okay, yeah. But I'll tell you, put the trailer up there. It's really, okay. We have to censor stuff.
Oh, that was awkward.
Yes, we have to censor.
Okay.
Okay, I got you.
You had to censor me?
No.
No,
we had to censor the host.
Yeah. So the main thing is you stayed up late too, right?
I actually fell asleep, woke up about 2:45, and I had one of the networks on, and they said there's going to be a few hours before a determination is made because there were so many states where there were so many more ballots to count. So I thought, well, it's probably going to be 6, 7 in the morning, so I'm going to go back to sleep. And within 5 minutes, they cut to the local election results and came back to the network. And as soon as they hit the network, they said the results are in. Trump is the president of the United States. I mean, it was like.
But you know what I found? If you probably were watching too, as well, everybody in America. But when they had with Hillary, when they said to her camp, everybody that's in, the convention center, well, you're just going to count the votes and everybody go home and go to sleep. I'm like, okay, what's going on?
Oh yeah, wait a minute. She also said that she was not going to acknowledge or accept any results till tomorrow.
Exactly. I agree.
That's basically what their campaign manager said right on the air last night. I heard it.
Right.
Yeah, well, at the time, it was unclear whether Michigan or Pennsylvania was going to be able to get more fingers so they could finish their ballot count.
Well, yes, that's exactly what it was, too, when Pennsylvania rolled over, so to speak. That was it.
Right.
Done deal.
They had to do the tin can and string with the Amish votes to get those to the election headquarters. This is crazy.
Well, also, Tracy, you said you read some books on comedy. I went to Pauly Shore's sister for comedy, Sandy Shore, after my divorce, but I'm happily married now to a wonderful man. This is back in the days. But Judy Carter, did you ever read her books?
I did. I actually went to 2 of her workshops in 2002 and 2003. And I actually don't use her technique at all.
Well, I was just curious because I haven't even, started her books. I got them from eBay. They're good deals on bidding, Yeah,
they're good books. And if you got nothing else, Judy Carter's a great start, but it didn't work for my style of comedy. I liked another one, Jean Perrette, How to Write and Sell Your Sense of Humor.
Okay.
And I think there's another one, Steve Royce, I can't remember, killerstandup.com.
Oh, nice.
If you're more of a storyteller person, that's where you need to go for stories. And then Jean Perrette, How to Write and Sell Your Sense of Humor, he was a comedy writer for Carol Burnett. And his style worked for me because I'm a list maker, and he has a technique on how you can construct jokes from lists.
Wow.
And that worked very well for me.
Wow. Yeah, like sandyshore.com. That's another one. Pauly Shore's sister wrote a book and has tape. So, I highly recommend that if you're in the comedy, area.
Well, I just want to add that if you haven't been out to the club yet,
Yes.
this is a great weekend to come out because you're truly going to see a
great comic.
Belly laughing, had good time with Tracy. She's just, she's.
I'm not well.
She'll be there Friday and Saturday. She'll be there Friday and Saturday night at 9:30. Yeah,
with her clothes on.
She'll have her clothes on.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
you know what?
Yes.
You buy the shots for Crown Royal, that could change it.
Oh, there you go.
Oh.
There you go. Be a whole different show.
Yeah, I got you. Well, Tracy, we want to thank you. It's 6:26 in the evening. We want to thank you so much for calling in. Give everybody your Facebook again.
It's Tracy Kanan. The Princess of Parodies. Just type in the Princess of Parodies, and whatever I have on there will pop up.
Fabulous. Any last words, Larry, to Tracy?
You're going to do your Largo for me, aren't you?
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
Please. Thank you.
Yep.
It's a parody that she wrote that's brilliant and very, very funny. But it's only funny if you're from this area.
Okay, let's
and
hear
you know
it.
the history. No.
Oh.
You don't want me to sing, God knows. No.
We have to wait.
No. Come to the show and you'll hear Largo, and it's the only club that she's performing in, and it's also the only club she'll ever sing that song in, right, Trace?
Yeah, pretty much.
Because nobody else would understand. I mean, they'll laugh.
Nobody else gets
they
it.
won't
But it was
get it.
about the mayor, probably 2009, when the mayor of Largo wanted to have a sex change. And so I wrote the story about the sex change and put it to the tune of Lola by the Kinks, which is also a song about a cross-dresser.
And it's hilarious. It is so
it's
hilarious.
It's a double
brilliant.
parody of a cross-dresser sex change.
Okay.
We're
Well,
gonna-
you have to come to the station.
We're going to record that in my club this week.
Yes, but she's got to come to the station one of these days.
Oh, yeah, there you go. We'll get you on the air live doing it. How's that?
Sounds good. Well, we want to thank you, Tracy. We're going to go over to our Flamingo. We're going to get some live music here back in the studio, and I look forward to seeing you on Friday night. I'm Dawn Reese with Hollywood Connections, and we'll be right back. Thank you, Tracy. And what are you going to play for us now?
Play something called Sevillanas.
I gotcha.
You can hear it all over Spain.
Okay. All right. Take it away. You're live on the air. Wow. I'm impressed. What do you think, Larry? He's good, isn't he? I know. Very lovely music.
Thank you.
Wait, Larry, you got to talk in the mic. I'm trying to read.
I could listen for hours. Well, I'm doing camera. I'm doing everything.
I know. I had to pop and talk to Peter real quick.
Multitasking.
Yes, multitasking.
I'm a comedian. I'm not that smart.
Well, right now, Peter, let's go. You got my email, right, Peter? Let's go to that Fool's Gold, that music I sent you on the email. Or do you have the Vivica Fox or any of the other ones that I sent you? Okay, just real quick, because we're going to change seats here, and we're going to bring in some film directors. And Marty is going to be calling in from South Florida. He's a talent agent. And we are going to talk about this film that's really exciting with, you know who I met last night? The actor from the Texas Chain Massacre. He was the hitchhiker. And then there's a Scream Queen that she's been in 150 horror movies. And it was really amazing. And I'll tell you about that story in just a minute. And the film directors are here in the house with us. And they're doing this movie here in Tampa. So, Peter, do you have that music? We'll be right back. Let's switch some chairs around. And I'm Dawn Reese. And we'll hopefully, if you can go to HollywoodConnections.biz, see what we're about, go to TanTalk1340.com. See us live on the internet. We'll be right back. And you should have headsets too. I'm good. Oh, there was another headset, right?
No, there's not.
Oh, right here. This is not music for your life. That is coming up.
Yeah, a little production meeting on air. Gotta love it on the Hollywood Connections.
I know, you never know. I am super excited, guys. I have Mike, and I know that you're tired. You've been filming all night.
Yeah, we filmed all night and then had to run talent back and forth. We literally made 2 trips to TIA in under like 6-7 hours. So just coordinating talent back and forth all day.
I would have helped you. I had a Jeep. I did. And Mike, what is your last name?
LaCastri.
And you're working on this amazing film that I just introduced, the Texas Massacre Chainsaw.
Ed,
yes.
One of our actors, Ed Neal, was in the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So he played the hitchhiker at the very beginning of the film. So
Right.
if you've seen it, he's very easy to remember.
Yeah, he has a lot of fan base.
Yeah. Him
I see that.
and Linnea Quigley, who actually was his co-star in that scene, also legendary Scream Queen. So the two
Right.
of them together, there's a lot of star power there.
I see that. And you also have an actor here, and you are?
I am Keith Surplus.
Hi, Keith.
Hi.
They say you look like somebody, some actor. Who do they say you look like? I know, just coming to mind.
A lot of people tell me I look like John Cusack.
Yes, you do. But you have your own style.
I do.
Yeah, I gotcha. So what part do you play in the film?
I play the character of John, which is one of the main characters, best friends.
Okay.
Mike plays Kevin, and he's like the main character.
I'm also in the film. In addition to having wrote it, and essentially, I'm trying to think of a way to like sum it up to where you're still gonna want to go see it and not give away too much information. But essentially, my character finds himself in a sort of serious economic situation and needs to come up with some money very quickly. And so him and his friends, and they're college graduates, and they're trying to find work, and they've tried to do things the right way, but there doesn't seem to really be a place for them. And my character finds out that his family's about to be evicted from their home, and so they decide, well, the only way to prevent this from happening is to do something criminal. And we later find out that this another character that we went to high school with, who's not a particularly nice person and who was already wealthy, has won the lottery.
Wow.
And so our solution to this problem, because we're kind of offended by the fact that this terrible human just seems to keep getting rewarded, is to kidnap him for his lotto winnings. But we're not criminals. So, we're these college graduates kind of sheltered. And so it really becomes this sort of clash of these well-meaning suburban kids kind of doing the wrong thing for the right reason.
Gotcha.
Is, I guess, the best way I could describe it.
I was really impressed because first I got to tell you, I'm driving to Tarpon Springs and I'm like, make sure I'm going to be there before, there's like 3 accidents on Highway 19. And by the time I get there, I see this police officer in downtown and I'm like, hi, I'm looking for the alley. Okay, this is really funny. And he goes, well, there's no bar called the Alley. I'm like, there is. I'm supposed to meet this film crew here, which I found out it was the Alley. And a real alley.
There was a real alley, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that you didn't say, too, that we were shooting there.
No.
Because then the cop might have come over and been like, what are you guys doing? Because it was a fake drug deal. And we had, like, prop weed. We literally had, like, 2 types of prop weed on us.
Yeah.
And when I say that, it's literally, like, different types of parsley. But, of course, we had it crunched up in a bag and everything. And the last thing I need is the cops coming over to Ed and being like, why are you giving this kid baggies? Because it's Tarpon and anything is possible. So.
Well, number 2 went through last night.
Yeah. So, oh my God, last night.
I know. That was yes.
They could have done the jail scene. They could have done the jail scene,
No, there is no jail scene. I didn't put I'm not putting myself through that.
Well, how did you become a film director?
It's funny. I started for years and years in theater as an actor. I mean, I still act. And what ended up happening was during I want to say it was my sophomore year in high school, I had been out of class for a couple days. We were actually doing a show, and I came back to my English class, and we had this essay assignment that we had to do. And the prompt was, and it was just supposed to force you to write, just to get you thinking. And the prompt was, why is Halloween a conspiracy? And I just remember thinking, and I liked that teacher. She was great, but I just remember thinking this is kind of a stupid assignment, and I don't know why we're having to do this. So my entire essay was about, well, Halloween is a conspiracy to keep fat people down because it's giving out free candy. And the essay, it was a contest, and I won. Like, out of the whole class. Like, they read my essay in front of all these people. Everybody laughed. And I was like, I kind of like this. Like, I whatever this is, like, I made a bunch of people laugh, and I really enjoy it. And I realized I was kind of good at it. So I was like, I'm going to keep continuing to do this. And, I started writing. And once you start writing, you get kind of protective of your material. And it only eventually kind of led to directing. Like, as soon as I started writing, I was eventually like, I'm going to want to maintain control over this.
That's awesome.
And just one thing led to another. I ended up doing my undergrad at UCF, where I got to study under Barry Sandler, who wrote Crimes of Passion, Kathleen Turner and Anthony Perkins. I don't know if you remember that movie, but yeah, that's my mentor and writing professor at UCF wrote that. Barry's a great guy. And I did a lot of theater work out there. I told you actually last night we were talking, and I mentioned that I had worked for NPR at one point, and it's funny now to be on the other side of the mic, like 'cause I was so used to asking the questions.
Well, what impresses me as well, Marty. I love Marty.
We would not have gotten nearly as far in this project as we have without the help of Marty Marrero, who I know through Gabrielle and who I know through Vanessa. Like there was a crazy rabbit hole to get to all of those people. And Vanessa and Gabby, if you are listening, I love you guys. Because they made that whole no, really, they made that whole thing yeah, if you guys can see me, hi. No, because they put me in touch with Marty. Marty got Ed and Linnea involved, and it became this very long but very crucial 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon thing, and we finally got names involved because we couldn't make the movie without the names. Like we weren't going to take that chance. So I'm hoping that, because I've been producing the thing and coordinating the whole thing, that, I really have tried to build a platform that me and the other performers can kind of say, look, we did a really low budget movie here in Florida. We made a quality product. Can we do more of these?
Right.
We're hoping to bring more attention to the fact that there are a crazy amount of talented filmmakers working in the Tampa and Orlando area, who just, unfortunately, because this legislature does not know how to engage the film industry. We refuse to replenish the film fund. We refuse to offer tax breaks. And I mean, not to be too serious, but like it stunts our growth here. And it denies a lot of really talented people from getting the opportunity to work. So thanks, Rick Scott.
I know. And you know also, too, if people are going to ask me, I know this is one of your first big films that you're working on.
Yeah, I've made a number of short films. They played, a lot of them played here in Tampa, Indiana. We did some in San Francisco. So we've played all over the country, but this is my first feature. So
well, now here's what's going to happen, because after I put this out there, after the Facebook feed and everybody, they're going to say, where can I send photos? What can I do? Who can I, I want to be in his next movie, or can I have a screenplay? Is he interested in doing another horror movie?
Well, no, it's not a horror movie. It's a comedy.
It's a comedy.
Yeah, no, that's primarily what
I was
do,
thinking
so.
because of Texas Chain.
Yeah, it's so funny. People keep, like, even my friends are like, why did you cast horror actors? And I'm like, because that's who we could afford. like if they were nice enough to do it,
And
that's
they wanted
why.
to branch out too.
Yeah, they were
wanted
both looking to do
something
other
that wasn't
things.
horror, and so they were excited about the project.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And Ed, oh my God, Ed is one of the funniest people I've ever met in my whole life. Like, he does all these horror movies, but Ed is hysterical.
Oh, he does all these voices too.
Yeah, he's a voice actor for DC. He does all kinds of stuff, but he is like off screen. If you know him from Texas Chainsaw or some of the other movies, you probably think he's kind of a creepy guy. In real life, he's hysterical. He has just tons and tons of stories, just a wealth of information, and so nice. Him and Linnea were both so great to work with.
And I was really appreciative that they took the time as well with me and got to interview and get some photos.
Yeah, they're incredibly approachable. We were very appreciative to get some of their time.
Nice, very nice. Now, also too, is I'm going to jump over to you real quick here. Tell everybody your name again.
Keith Surplus.
That's right, Keith. Now, also, do you remember when you had to audition for Mike? What did you have to do to get your part? Do you remember?
Well, it was funny because it was mostly. I mean, I read the script. He presented the script, and I was actually a different character, and then he found someone that was more believable as that character, and he asked me, well, do you mind playing this other character? I'm like, as long as I'm still a part of it.
Yeah, Keith and I go way back, so I knew I knew when I was putting this project together, I was going to have him involved. I'm one of those people, if I've worked with you before, and he's been in a number of short films I made, I don't normally make them audition for me. I'll have them read it just so I can hear that it sounds right. But I knew he was going to be involved from jump as soon as we started putting this together. He did. He's right. We did change character. So he was originally our bad guy, and we lost our bad guy because he had to leave for Washington, unfortunately. So he took a teaching job, so we had to replace him.
Well, we know we have the man that made all this happen with you on the line from South Florida. He took a flight back this morning.
Yes,
Marty, welcome to the show. We love you. How are you doing this evening?
Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Good. Did you get some sleep, my friend?
Yes, I did.
Good, because we haven't yet. So good.
But I got interrupted. It was a short sleep.
Oh, some is better than none, my friend.
Uh-huh. How's everybody? How's everything? We wrapped up really late, Dawn. I don't know if Michael told you.
Yeah, no, we've been talking about it.
I heard. How late were you guys filming?
We filmed till about 12:15, and then we ended 12:30, sometime around that. And then we ended up going to Steak and Shake because they were hungry, and it's the only thing that was open.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, because I'm not a sadist, I'm not bringing my cast to Denny's at 1 a.m. Like, I'm nicer than that. So I was like, yeah, we'll go to Steak and Shake. It's reasonably clean. And you won't catch anything. So we ended up
close to their hotel too, so it all worked out.
So we ended up just kind of reminiscing and kind of talking for a couple of hours. And by the time we left, I think it was like 2:30 in the morning, and we were just exhausted.
Oh, that is a long day.
Yes,
I think America
insanely.
is all exhausted today.
Yeah, I don't like. At least half of us are just like acting like we have a cold right now. Everybody's like walking real slow and. Oh, man.
Well, the good news is that you are here with us at the station and promoting your film. And give everybody, also, we're going to go back to you, Mike, real quick. Your Facebook, how to get in touch with you.
If you want to get in touch with me, you can always shoot me an email at 1202prod. So that's 1202 and then prod@gmail.com. Right now, I mean, this film is fully cast, so we're not really looking for people. What we would be interested in talking to, if you're interested in being involved with, and we have a next project in mind that we would like to do, is if you've ever wanted to invest if you've ever wanted to be a movie producer, definitely like that's what we would be looking for at this time. And obviously we would need to get this first film kind of finished.
Right.
But, it's never too soon to start thinking about the next one. So, if anybody's interested in kind of putting up funds to do another one, that would definitely be a conversation we'd be able to have.
I got you.
And Dawn, if I may interject, I read the script. The thing is, I was so, aside from me casting for films, I also run an agency of over 2,000 talent. And he did send me originally the script, and I failed to read it. But then Gabby told me, Marty, you have to read the script, because I only read the sides for the celebrities.
Okay.
Because obviously I needed to know what it entailed when I was pitching the roles to them. So anyway, I read the script. It's really a great script, I must say. Michael did a great job. It's really funny. It's not forced funny. It's like weird funny.
It's real.
No,
It's also
I
real.
appreciate the compliment. Let's see how the movie gets cut together.
Right. So, I think the film has a lot of potential, and, and I'm really proud to be part of the project and the casting process. So, and I also have a little role, too. I play a junkie.
Yeah, Marty makes a very brief cameo, harassing Ed and Linnea. So he shows up for a minute.
You know what's odd, Dawn, is that when I watched the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I was a child. Okay?
Oh, wow, right.
And Ed Neal scared the crap out of me. This guy was really creepy in the movie. Not only Leatherface, he was really creepy. I was scared of him. And here I am. I'm confronting him in a scene, so I can't give too much away, but I had to really get into character because he's really tall, and he is really, really funny. Like Michael said, he is just, I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, okay, where's my asthma pump? This guy has me getting asthma from all the laughter that I'm doing here. But it was really nice. We had a wonderful experience, and the celebs are happy, which is a good thing.
Nice,
and,
nice.
And just see what happens from here,
Well, I had an idea because I was telling you before the show here, I have a gal, her name is Alexia, and I wanted to throw this out there. Yeah, and y'all met Alexia, and she'll be calling in, hopefully, I don't know if she's on her way here or not, but they're from Orlando, and she does a lot of horror movies, kind of comedy, but also horror movies, but she's like this teenage, 18 years old, but when I show you this photo, you're gonna want to write a movie about her in the future. I'm serious. And there's like this knife like on her, and she wants to do this, like be a beauty queen by day and then beat up the bullies at night. I'll be honest with you. But she has this like Carrie look, like the Carrie movie, but it would be like Alexia. You saw the photos, I think. Yeah. And so I'm going to show you this, and you're going to go, oh my gosh.
I have a couple questions I want to ask.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Is she willing to
Yes.
do casting to Miami? Because if she is, direct her to me for sure.
Oh yeah, I know that Mom is going to call you for sure. Marty, she is amazing. So she is your next little superstar on the list.
I already had two directors. I keep quite busy. I already have two directors speaking to me in negotiation of hiring me as a casting director for horror movies. Funny.
Okay.
Horror movies. My name is branching out so well in the horror industry because they know I know so many horror celebrities. But so I may be, once I have the finalization with the contract, I'll be announcing, the breakdowns and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I love the horror genre. The comedy is great too, and this is actually one of the first comedy full feature films I've ever did a casting for.
Well, you know what? I'm excited for all of you guys, and also the whole crew, is when you start putting this in the film festivals. Oh, that's going to be exciting as well.
Well, wait, before you go there.
Jumping in. Sorry, Larry.
Have you decided on a place to screen it yet? Because, I've connected with Sunset Point Cinema. We used to do a lot of independent films there.
We would definitely be amenable to that. Our plan is once we have the final cut of the film done, we want to submit to Sundance and Toronto, South by Southwest. We want to see if we're able to, take a run at some of the film festivals. But we definitely want to do like a friends and family screening. So that's definitely
like a test run.
Yeah,
see
exactly. And let all the people who were involved with the film see it, and an actual movie theater is obviously the best place that we could do that. So that's definitely something I'd be willing to talk to you about.
Not only do you get a nice movie theater, but you can drink and eat there. So they get drunk, they're going to love it no matter what.
Yeah, exactly.
But my other question to you is, what was the title? Because it wasn't real clear at the beginning. I want everybody to know.
Sure. The movie is called The Best Laid Plans.
Best Laid Plans. Okay, and one last question. I know you're booked up for this movie, but if you're ever looking for an old, creepy, emaciated guy, I want to throw my hat in the ring for you.
I will definitely keep that in mind. You have that horror movie voice, like it serves you well.
And they haven't seen me, but God knows I look it too.
You gotta talk to Marty. Marty really is fantastic at kind of putting people together that should be working together. And like I said, had he not been involved, we wouldn't have gotten anywhere near as far along in the process as we did. So, no, for real, dude. Like you took it to that next level. So we owe you tremendous thanks.
I want to give a shout out to two people because they were the ones that referred me, which was Vanessa and Gabby. And it's funny, Vanessa follows me on Facebook, so she knows I'm heavily into the horror stuff. So I want to thank them too for directing, or recommending my name to Michael. So that's how
you were the only, this is the first person that came up. They were like, if you're gonna get this done, you have to talk to Marty. So,
right. Hey, Dawn, if I could cast and put together locations, props, celebrities, and stuff like that for a zero budget. So imagine something with a budget. So
right.
There you go.
And there is a difference. There is a difference.
There is a difference. Yes,
well, you guys, we have a 37-foot Endeavor sailboat. That would be kind of creepy in the water in the middle of the night to film on at the marina.
Oh, man. That makes me want to, remake Dead Calm. We're going to get a new Nicole Kidman, but we could remake Dead Calm.
Yeah. And Marty, if you guys need a reporter, on broadcaster, a flight attendant.
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So, Marty, I know Peter is here, and Peter is our sports announcer. But actually, today, because you talked to the Milwaukee Bucks last week, but you have your own sports web show, and you need an agent.
Yeah, to a certain degree, but actually, I wanted to tell you, I'm kind of working on already having an agent, so.
Well, you can have can't you be multi-listed, Marty? Different agents in different areas?
The state of Florida, yes. It's a right-to-work state. Mm-hmm.
Right. So here's the deal, and I learned this from Sherry, the agent. If that agent calls you for a job, and they call you first, you're obligated to go with that agent. But if somebody else calls you, you can't say, oh, I'm going to skip this one and go to that one. Correct, Marty?
Absolutely. That would be very unethical.
Exactly.
Absolutely, yeah.
So the more agents, because you never know. And I know because I worked in agencies with Boca Talent back in the days. And I want to tell you, Marty, people would, send in photos and we'd have so many of that same look that now, you just got to keep plugging it out there. So, Peter, you're working on it.
Yeah, I'm working on it, definitely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And also you might want to keep in mind that sometimes it's good, especially if you're in a right-to-work state, you want to have as many people trying to get you work,
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes some agents, and I'm not saying all, but some agents could become very complacent. And if the talent's not booking, they kind of, not that they give up, but they put them in the bottom of the pile. So it is in your favor. That's my advice to you, because I always, every week I give advice, right, Dawn?
All the time.
My advice to you would be to try to have as many agents, not too many, but at least 2 or 3 that can work for you. That's, my suggestion.
All right. Good to go.
Know.
Thanks a lot for the advice. I appreciate it.
Awesome. So, in the meantime, what are you filming next? So you're going to be in town for a while.
Yeah, I'm local to the area, so we've got 2 more days of shooting in November, 2 in December, and then another 4 in January. At which point we'll spend the next couple months kind of cutting the film and doing sound and all the fun post-prod stuff, the editing, and then hopefully by mid-April we'll be completely done, because once May rolls around, the film festival submission dates start,
right?
And we want to be on top of that and getting the movie into a place where it can be seen by the widest number of people. So
I agree.
Festival seems like a good way to start with that.
And that's amazing because you're already in that as well. And what is your plan? I mean, you've got some good filming coming up also, right?
Well, hopefully, you know.
Yeah.
hopefully
I mean,
this
he's
will
one of the
take
leads. Like
off,
he's he's got a sizable part.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, this is like the business that this is what I want to do. It's my passion, you know. So hopefully, I can get gigs out of this and whatnot. But yeah, and I mean, right now, I do stage stuff sometimes. Right now, I'm actually doing voice work for a program. It's an audio adventure podcast, and it's on iTunes.
Okay.
So I do like the voice of, like, the villain of the series, but I do also like voices for like other stuff. So that's sort of like my main project right now, because it's an ongoing. We record every month, and then an episode, is released every month. So yeah, I'm just like the type of actor that, like, I like it all. I like the stage, and doing the voice stuff is really fun.
Yeah, I met an actor, Kevin Sorbet, and he was working on some things. And there's another actor when I was at the Mega TampaCon, and it says how to become a voice actor. It says I want to be a voiceactor.com. And that's pretty interesting because you're talking about voiceover, and I think that's pretty cool. You can check into this and, with agencies. How about you, Marty? Do you take people with voiceover, and what do you look for?
Voiceover, yes. With the voiceovers, kind of like an acting demo reel, but you need a voiceover demo reel. Right. And my suggestion with the voiceovers, if you don't have enough material for a voiceover demo reel, if you specialize in doing voices, you may want to put yourself on there and keep it at least a minute, no more than a minute. Actually, I would keep it more at like 30 to 45 seconds with different voices, minute tops. And that showcases that you have a talent changing your voice. Also, if you have anything where you're narrating, because there's different types of voiceover work. You can also do narration. So if you're good, you ever see those, you ever go to the theater and they have, in a world where, that's narration. So if you have narration, voiceovers, something like that, just do it like a sample and have it on your voiceover demo reel. That helps to sell you, because if they want to see how great you are and talented, some people could do male and female voices. So that helps, like in cartoons and commercials.
And that's a whole nother topic we really need to focus on, a voiceover, with even with Ed. It would be great, Marty, if you can get Ed Neal to call in because of all his voiceovers, and people can ask questions too.
There's a really good documentary, if that is something anyone's interested in, that's on Netflix called I Know That Voice.
Okay.
And it goes pretty extensively into this topic and sort of what working in that field is like, and to some extent how to get involved with that. So if you were looking for a jumping off point, I'd highly recommend that film.
Very cool. Well, you guys stay tuned for a few minutes. We're going to go to the top of the hour. Listen to my favorite music, Love and Affection. You know that movie, Fool's Gold? Because I have a sailboat with my husband. Yeah, Peter, let's rock that music up for another minute and a half. Marty, stay on the line. We're going to the top of the hour.
Sure.
We'll be right back.
You got it.
You can move my mountain. Let's share this load. Share this load, baby. I'll take you to the dreamland. Love and I, love and I, love and I. Love and I. Oh yeah. What love?
WTAN, Clearwater, Tampa Bay. WDCF, Dade City, Tampa Bay. WZHR, Zephyr Hills, Tampa Bay. Listen.
Trump transition, glass ceiling future. I'm Barbara Cusack. The transition to a Trump White House gets underway, starting with a meeting tomorrow morning between President Obama and the president-elect. Correspondent Jim Acosta says proposals for the future outlined in Donald Trump's victory speech have broad appeal, but he's also promised a more partisan agenda.
Repealing Obamacare, building a wall on the Mexican border, renegotiating trade deals, improving ties with Russia, even waterboarding terror suspects.
Hillary Clinton conceded she wasn't the one to break through that biggest glass ceiling and win the White House, but she delivered this message to little girls eyeing their futures.
Never doubt that you are valuable and powerful and deserving of every chance and opportunity in the world to pursue and achieve your own dreams.
Stocks closed sharply higher following Trump's big win. Investors hope his plans for infrastructure spending, tax cuts, and lighter regulation will benefit. I'm Barbara Cusack. Voters approved the legalized recreational use of marijuana in California, Nevada, and Massachusetts. California voters also approved a proposition that keeps the death penalty.
Prop 66 is aimed at adding attorneys to handle death sentence appeals, along with speeding up and limiting the number of appeals.
Clear up that backlog.
Mark Kloss is talking about the 750 people currently on death row in California, including Richard Allen Davis, the man who kidnapped, raped, and murdered his 12-year-old daughter in 1993.
He deserves to die for the crimes that he committed, as do all the others.
Prop 66 will limit the appeals to a maximum of 5 years. Jim Roop, Los Angeles.
New Jersey Governor Chris Christie's administration has seized power in Atlantic City. The state is taking control of the assets and major decision-making power of the struggling seaside gambling resort with $500 million in debt. Wildfires burning across the South have created a smoky haze over metro Atlanta. I'm Barbara Cusack.
This holiday season, Guitar Center is your best gift ever center, with deals like an 88-key Williams digital piano just $229, an Epiphone acoustic guitar for $99, or a boom mic stand for just $19. Save up to 25% on gear in every department, and make spirits bright for every musician on your list.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year!
Guitar Center's holiday kickoff, going on now, in-store and online.
Any Jane Doe can tell you that Geico could help you save. But since money talks, we just ask the savings instead.
Greetings and sun salutations. I'm Jane's Money, and I never knew my self-worth until Jane switched her car insurance at Geico.com. Those 15 minutes built me up to real savings. Geico's been helping customers save money like me for over 75 years. So take that to the bank. And namaste.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
If you would like to become a wholesale buyer of the premium quality longevity product that you hear about right here on the Tan Talk Radio Network, for personal service, you can pick up the phone right now and call Lola at 727-441-3311. Again, that's Lola at 727-441-3311. Or for even faster service, log on to tantalkhealth.com. That's tantalkhealth.com. Here's to your health and longevity.
Make sure you tune in to the Sports Web on Saturday afternoons, because it just got a whole lot better. Instead of giving you 1 hour to talk sports, we give you 2. The most entertaining sports talk show in the Tampa Bay area, the Sports Web, is going 2 hours on Saturday afternoons on the Tan Talk Sports Network, WTAN 1340 AM. Bring your passion, bring your excitement, just don't bring any nonsense. Hosted by Peter Blake and Sean the Sports Don every Saturday afternoon from 3 to 5 p.m. on the Tan Talk Sports Network.
This is Mark Skogman, host of Spectrum 360 on the Tan Talk Radio Network. Spectrum 360 is a political talk radio program that features politics, the arts, and popular culture from a progressive point of view. Spectrum 360 broadcasts for 1 hour weekly on Monday nights at 11 p.m. Eastern Time and anytime via podcast at tantalk1340.com. Remember, Spectrum 360, politics from a progressive point of view.
We take care of our own, wherever this flag's flown.
This is Downtown Dave. How would you like to be able to promote yourself, your business, or someone else's business for less than the cost of one 60-second commercial on many Tampa Bay radio stations? Here's the deal. You can have your own 1 hour radio program on the Tan Talk Network for less than the cost of one 60-second announcement on many Tampa Bay stations. Your program will be on 2 Tampa Bay radio stations and will cover 4 million people in Florida, plus worldwide on the internet in both audio and video. And you'll have a web link for your business on the Tan Talk 1340 website. We provide the producer, the state-of-the-art equipment, free production of commercials, and much more. Check it out today. Call Lola O'Brien, the Irish Hawaiian, at 727-510-7622. That's 510-7622. Call Lola O'Brien now, 727-510-7622. Call now and your 1 hour radio program can start tomorrow. Call 510-7622 for Lola O'Brien, the Irish Hawaiian, at the Tan Talk Radio Network.
If you are in or near retirement, this message is for you. We've designed a brand new show with you in mind. Retire Sharp Radio. Each week, host Derek Afazi will teach you the Retire Sharp planning system. You only get one shot to make your retirement everything you want it to be, and that's what the Retire Sharp planning system is all about. So check out Retire Sharp Radio, Wednesday afternoons at 3.
Tampa Bay's Tan Talk. Entertaining and informative radio for the Sunshine State.
All right, it's your second hour of your number one entertainment show in the Tampa Bay area, Hollywood Connections. Dawn Reese, take it away.
We're back. This is HollywoodConnections.biz, and check us out live on the internet, tantalk1340.com. You can actually hear everything that's going on in the station. And before we kick off, and we still have Marty, the top agent here, King James, you're going to talk about an event coming up this Sunday.
Yes, I am.
Yes, go for it.
Okay, this Sunday, a well-known artist just passed away with cancer. His name is Claude Kennedy, and everybody that knows anything about music in the area, jazz, knows Claude. He's been here for years, and they're having a memorial for him at the Martin Luther King Center this Sunday from 2 to 6. So if anybody's interested, Al Dowling, jazz, they're going to be there. A lot of musicians, well-known jazz singers are going to be there paying honor to him. And afterwards, then I'm promoting an event with all the friends of Claude at the Island Vibes new Jamaican restaurant in Largo, right on West Bay and 4th Street. It's right on the corner where the old Thirsty Marlin used to be.
Okay, so, and it's free to get in.
Oh, yeah, it's free. It's a memorial for Claude. I mean, like I said, he was a beautiful flutist. He was a master musician. He got his master's in music from USF. And like I said, everybody knows Claude. So it'll be a lot of well-known artists, jazz singers, musicians there honoring him. And we'll be at the Island Vibes from 6 to whenever.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
And everybody's welcome to bring their instruments and have a nice jazz jam. So it should be a great event.
Okay, we'll pop over there for sure on Sunday. And I also want to talk about what's happening this weekend. Stand Up for Vets. Go to www.sufv2016.com. I'll be hosting this event, and it's 5025 DeVille Circle, St. Petersburg, Florida. And it is on my HollywoodConnections.biz. There's a link to that. A big event for veterans this weekend as well. And we still have Marty on the line. He's an agent, casting director, actor with Mike that's here. He's a film director. And I'm going to tell everybody who you are. You're live.
I'm the best.
He's the best actor in the world.
I'm Kenny Ray. I got a film I'm doing. It's a big change for me because I play wise guys and police officers and captains and stuff like that. This is a challenge for me. I'm playing a brain surgeon on Always Live, Laugh, Love. It'll be coming out in 2017. Heck of a movie. It's a tearjerker, but
yeah.
It's beautiful. Very well done.
Right. I saw the trailer of that, and it really touches your heart. And also, Marty's on the line. Marty, say hello.
Hello. How are you?
So here's another agent for you. Ask him a question.
There you go, Marty. If you need me for anything, you know what I'm talking about over there from New York.
Yeah, I get what you're talking about. Let's talk some business here, okay? Let's have a sit down. What do you say? Huh?
Listen, I'll give you the first shot, because I got people in line.
All right. Bada bing, bada boom.
Bada boom, bada bing.
Well, look at the internet worldwide and say hi to Marty because he's going to get this.
How do you like that look, Marty?
Well, I have to say we're live, right, Dawn?
Yes.
I have to check it out. Okay.
We're live, but I'll get you the live video feed afterwards for sure because everything that we do here is live on the video feed. I know, which is cool. Well, we just want to alliterate real quick with you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Mike, tell us your film, your Facebook, your website where people can go to.
For now, the 1202 Productions website is under construction. But as I mentioned before, if you wanted to reach out to me about anything, I can always be reached at 1202prod@gmail.com.
Wonderful. I hope you guys had fun, and thank you so much for having me last night.
Thank you for having us today.
Yes.
I know, it doesn't go fast.
It's been great.
No, yes.
It goes too fast.
Yeah, it always does, but it's always fun.
Thank you. And thank you so much for being here. Tell everybody your name.
Keith Surplus, and thank you for having me on. This is exciting. So.
Oh, good, good. We're going to have you guys come back with Marty again and talk about maybe you could bring the stars back on.
Yeah, if Marty can make that happen, I'd be more than happy to come back again.
That would be fun, Marty. I know Yvonne would love that. Very, very
you got
cool.
It for sure.
Awesome.
And I got some more producers that want to actually be interviewed for their films because they got the ones I've been casting for. So I'll keep you
Nice.
posted for that as well. Okay?
Well, you know, that's what this show is about, guys. It's about opening the door of opportunity for talent out there. They don't know where to go, what to do, who to trust. They don't want to pay thousands of dollars for, you know, classes. And trust me, I've heard the stories, you know. And this is giving you a chance with casting directors. And I do have to tell you, there's a gentleman I work with at HSN. He's a producer, and I'm doing the Randy Jackson now. So Randy Jackson guitar. So if anybody plays guitar really well out there, send me a video. Go to HollywoodConnections.biz and tell me why you want the Randy Jackson guitar. This is not a contest. It is a testimonial for HSN. And so we just did Keith Urban, which I was on. You'll see me on the 26th on HSN. Yes, I'm talking about memories and families and get-togethers and singing together. I know, for Keith Urban. Oh, yeah. You know, it's getting out there. And
yeah.
You have to get out there and make things happen. But you guys, thank you so much. I know you're tired, and I do want to bring you back.
No, thank you.
No, we'll
This is
definitely be happy to come
great.
back. Just let us know.
Yeah, and if you need a broadcaster, a reporter going, this is what happened in the alley tonight at 9. Tarpon Springs. Yeah, I really enjoyed myself. And Marty, any last words?
Well, once again, I want to say, you know, look for this film. I know there's people that out there, they're want in on a great project. This is a great film, best laid plans. The script is wonderful. The crew has been professional, very nice, and just stay tuned. Just contact Michael Lacostri. He's the director, or you can contact me if you have any questions at Thespis Rose Theater, and I'll direct any questions regarding the film to him.
I'll be more than happy to answer. I'll be more than happy to answer them.
I bopped somebody in the nose with the microphone. Whoops. Okay, and then you have one question for Marty before he goes, real quick.
Hey, Marty.
Uh-huh.
Marty, Tony Soprano, how are you? Listen, are you ready for this? You ready to do a Godfather 3 with me?
I'm down. Let's go.
Look at this face. Are you ready? I'm going to take the headphones off just to show you a little preliminary.
Okay.
I got to tell you, Sonny, you take care of these guys on the west side. And Bobby, you know
He's
what to do.
auditioning.
Give me a call as soon as it's over. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to look like this.
No, we don't charge for auditions. No,
Marty, what do you think? You think we can do it?
I say, send me your headshot and resume. Let's go. Let's get work.
There you go.
There you go.
Actually,
Dawn will forward my contact info so you can send your stuff to me.
Yep.
And there you go. I like I said, not only do I have the agency, I also cast for films. So, and I did cast a mob film, which was one of my first films that I cast, The Killing of a Japanese Bookie.
Marty, you got to see some of my stuff. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have my wife, Ingrid, she co-produces a lot of stuff. I'm going to have her send you some of my clips from Rogue Island, a mob movie that we did. I played a wise guy, and a couple things. As a matter of fact, funny as hell, I got a 78 Lincoln outside, powder blue with a carriage roof. You might even want to use that in the films. I got several classic cars. I got a John Gotti 420 SEL Mercedes that they used in the movies and everything else. Yeah. We can do that since you're into the mob movie thing. And I bought the car. I did the movie. 6 months later, I said to my friend that owned the car, I said, I'm going to buy that car. He says, you're full of it. I said, yeah? Well, I'll tell you what. I just bought the car last month.
There you go.
There you go.
That is for your location people. But anyways, I know Mike and you guys got to get going, and so much. Thank you for being here. We're going to share mics here real quick.
And thank you, Dawn.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. And everybody, thank you. And Marty, we'll talk to you next week. And what is your topic next week, Marty?
Well, I wanted to talk about demo reels. I don't think I've touched acting demo reels, which is very important because the acting demo reels here in Florida are deplorable. They're not good. I keep seeing the same mistakes. So hopefully everyone stays tuned. They'll stay tuned for the acting demo reels, what the do's and don'ts for it.
And Marty might even have an hour show here. We don't know yet. We're still working on it. For all you people there who want to talk to an agent casting director, I just kind of let it out of the bag a little bit, but we're working on it. So we'll keep you posted.
You got it.
Marty, if I could have your...
So Marty, listen, I'm taking over. I always take his life over. After 38 years, I'm allowed to do that. But do you want me to get your phone number from Dawn, or do you want to just? I mean, I don't know if you want your phone number out there. You know,
he does because he also has a website. Marty, you want to give your number?
Yeah, sure. I can be reached at 954-430-2234.
Okay.
954-430-2234 or 786-543-5251. 786-543-5251. I have two numbers.
786 is from where?
That's my business line, and
From
the
where?
other one's my landline. I'm in Pembroke Pines.
Oh, that's Florida.
Yeah, he's
another area code. Shit, there's too many people coming.
We're live on the air. We're censoring the second censor in the last hour.
Sorry, I feel like I'm at the Oscars and I just screwed up. I'm sorry.
No problem. Okay.
You're done.
Okay.
All right.
We're going to go back to Love and Affection, Peter, my favorite song. When we switch chairs around, thank you, everybody, for joining HollywoodConnections.biz. We'll be right back with some exciting news with some soap opera stars coming up and a big event that you don't want to miss.
It's been a long time we'll be together, baby, sharing every moment together. I hope this our love will last forever. I can move your mountain, you can move my mountain. Let's share this love, baby. I'll take you to the dreamland. Love and I, love and I, love and I, love and I. Oh yeah, what love got to give, let it got to give, yeah. Love can break your heart, love can mend your life. All you got to do, baby, trying on right, yeah. Love and affection. Love and affection. Love and affection. Gimme love affection. Come on, gimme love and affection. There will be no confusion, no temptation, no segregation, but there'll be solution. All I got for you, all I got for you. All I have for you, all I got for you. Love and affection, love and affection. All I got for you, all I have for you. All I got for you, all I got for you, baby. Love and affection, 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 love and affection. Yes, I. Give thanks and praise to the Most High. Praises.
Hi, we're back, and thank you. I was doing I Dream a Genie.
I need to put these on, right?
Yes, please. So we're back on the air at 7:20 p.m. And my Alexia reporter came in. She's my beauty queen reporter, and she's one of my best as well. And she's going to interview the film directors out here. She came all the way from Orlando, guys, and she's amazing. And you know what, Ingrid, I'd like to have her at this event as well. You know, my top reporter, and on the red carpet.
Oh, and that's Yvonne.
No, actually, this is Alexia. She's out there.
Oh,
She's
the girl
a young
that just walked in.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
She
All right.
is an amazing actress and just phenomenal. So anyways, we're actually 7:20 p.m. and we also, hey Peter, we need like a kaboom because, he just got a connection from Hollywood Connections,
All right, sounds good.
Yeah. So if you get it like a connection, you know how many people are getting connected through my shows, guys?
Let me tell you something. You got such a beautiful show. You could call me at any time, 24/7. I'll be here for you.
Wow.
Especially Ingrid and Patty.
Yes, we have Ingrid and Patty in the house, and you have an amazing event coming up. Yes, we're going to talk about that right now.
Yes, actually, I think Patty should take over first because she's more involved than I am. Okay, and more in depth with all the details.
All
Patty,
right.
it's all yours. It's all yours. Go ahead.
You're live on the air.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to WTAN 1340 AM, and I have some great news.
Oh, wait a second, Patty. We're 106.1 FM and also 104.3 FM.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now I have some great news for all you soap opera fans out there. We are hosting a GH General Hospital holiday event. It's going to be December 10th at the Feather Sound Country Club. And we have 3 of the hottest stars coming from General Hospital. It's going to be William DeVry, who plays Julian Jerome. It's going to be Donnell Turner, who plays Curtis. And it's going to be Ryan Pavey, who plays Nathan West. Ooh. So you do not want to miss this fabulous event. We have all different events scheduled for the weekend. Starts Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock. We'd open the doors at 1:30. At 2:15, there's going to be a photo shoot with the 3 actors where you get yourself taken with a picture with the 3 actors. And while they are doing a meet and greet, the pictures will be printed so that they can sign them for you. The meet and greet starts at 3 o'clock till 6. From 8 to 10, we have a cocktail party with the doors opening at 7:30. And Sunday morning, we are auctioning the 3 actors off for breakfast.
Ooh,
it's
that's
the
exciting.
Benefit Make-A-Wish Foundation. So you go to soapthis.ticketleap.com for tickets. We have all different prices. A whole package includes the photo shoot, meet and greet, cocktail party. It's $340 for the whole weekend for the package. The other prices are like $133 for just the VIP meet and greet, $187 for the cocktail party, and $160 for the photo shoot meet and greet. So like I said, the whole package for everything is $340. So come and join us and have a fabulous time meeting these great actors.
That's awesome, Ingrid. And you're both putting this together.
Oh, yes. Well, I'm not as involved as I used to be because I've gotten involved with getting my husband's career going.
Right.
So,
well, I see that Lori Martino, Johnny Martino's wife, he played Paulette Gatto in The Godfather. And, Johnny Martino, we were talking about that a while ago. And I just text Lori and I'm like, live on Facebook, I'm like, Lori Martino, you and Johnny have to call the station now and say hi if you have a second.
Well, because you've got a gangster in the house.
I know. Hey, Lori, if you're still watching live on Facebook, call us at 727-441-3000. We'd love to hear from you and Johnny at 7:24 in the evening. We're live on the air. And you know what? I have a friend from high school that I haven't seen since high school. She texted me and said, I'm in Clearwater. And I'm like, oh, well, then come to the station. So
he's here?
She's here.
Or she's here?
Yeah, I'm going to bring him in a second.
All right. But so anyway, everyone come to the event. It's going to be really great. And Kenny and I are going to be there. And we actually still have, especially at the cocktail party, we still have 4 seats available at our table. So if anybody would like to call, get in touch with us, just go to Kenny Ray's REA. Just go to his Facebook page and text me or text him or email me if you have my email or call me if you have my number. And just let us know if you want to sit at the table with this, up-and-coming star.
That's so cool. So how did you get to meet these guys? Have you met them yet? Or
I've met Will DeVry. This is the third time that we are bringing Will DeVry to town.
Okay.
The other two is the first time that they are coming, and fans are very, very excited to meet these guys.
I bet they are.
So,
yeah.
And it's a very, I'm going to be clean, but I'm going to say it's a very hands-on experience because you get to actually spend a lot of time with the actors, where you can actually talk to them, spend a few minutes with them, have pictures taken with our professional photographer, or you can even take pictures, with your own phone. So it's a combination of things, and it's just a very relaxed, nice atmosphere.
And that's coming up December
10th at the Feather Sound Country Club. Again, to go for tickets, you go to soapthis.ticketleap.com.
Actually, I'll put that link on my Facebook and social media, and I'll put it on HollywoodConnections.biz later tonight, so you can see that. So that's really great.
Also, if anybody has any questions, they can call me. My number is 727-210-5143. So like us on Facebook.com/soapthis, on Twitter, Instagram, every place you go, you'll see Soap This in our event. So like I said, it's going to be a very hot holiday season event. So come and enjoy the fun.
That is so exciting. And what made you want to do this from your heart?
My sister and I have been doing this for almost a decade. Mm-hmm. We have worked with all the actors from General Hospital, All My Children, One Life to Live, Young and the Restless, and Days of Our Lives. And they used to hold an event at Disney called Super Soap Weekend for 10 years. And we used to go every year, meet a lot of the actors, and then that's how we started doing events.
Oh, very cool. Now, were you an actress yourself?
No, I wasn't.
No, model? She's getting better, though.
No.
A beauty queen?
No.
And you forgot Bold and the Beautiful. Jacob,
Bold and Beautiful
Jacob is never going to forgive you.
Yes, right. And also Bold and Beautiful with Jacob Young.
Very cool. So we're getting a call here. And it could be one of our state senators calling in.
Now, we can also, if you want to do a contest or something on the air where you can give away 2 tickets for somebody to win to the event.
Do you know what I think we could do? I got a better idea. Let's have you come back, and then you could read a letter from somebody why they really want this, from the heart.
Okay.
Just not just a
we
random.
Could have the last time we were on.
Right.
I remember that we did a little quiz thing.
Ooh.
And whoever
the
would
10th
answer,
caller,
whoever we had the certain caller, whoever would answer the question the right way, they would win the tickets. How's that?
That's good too. We could,
right?
we could do that. I'd like to social media that for a week. For
That's
people,
good. That would be fine.
You have our
that would
permission.
be fine. You have our permission to do anything and to give away 2 tickets to the meet and greet in the afternoon.
Wow, and that's a value at how much? Usually, I mean,
the VIP is $133. We will let you give a ticket for the $133 VIP and one for $160 for the photo shoot meet and greet.
Wow, that is super special, and you're getting that on Hollywood Connections. And Lori Martino just said, "Say hello." I was asking if Johnny Martino could call in, and we'll get him on soon. And but it's kind of a last minute. But I wanted to say a shout out to her as well. And also Ingrid, now tell me about your background. As you were a model also.
I was born in Germany.
Yes.
I used to model quite a few years ago.
That's how you guys met.
Yeah, we met in L.A. Yeah.
Okay.
When he was doing some films back in the 70s.
You need the microphone.
We were trying to put French Connection 3 together, and I was doing with Eddie Egan, the original French Connection Popeye Doyle, Eddie Egan. We tried to raise... at that time, it was $1.5 million, and to do French Connection 3. And I'm going to the lobby to go to the little girls' room, and I meet Ingrid. And,
no, you didn't meet me.
Well, I looked at you, and I went, wow.
No, that's where I take over. I always take over his life just very quickly. Back then, at the Wilshire Hotel, at that point, they still had the little guys walking around. If you got a phone call, they used to walk around with the little tablets with your name on it.
Oh.
We're going back a ways. We're old.
Yeah. No,
so anyway, this guy was walking around with my name, and I'm going like, really? So I went to the phone, and that's when he saw me.
Oh, how special.
And the rest is, as they say, History.
Okay, so what makes a successful marriage, working relationship, and show business? What is your secret? I always ask that to married couples, and especially directors and film directors.
I would,
say good
our
looks.
both our main thing is trust.
Right.
Just trust and love each other.
I agree. I
You
agree.
know, trust and love each
Go
other.
to the beach like we did.
Go to the beach.
And go to the beach. Oh, yeah, and get. Oh, well, that's another story. That's for another night.
Well, that's awesome. So, also, I want to thank you both for being here, and we're just excited to have you here and talk about this super amazing event and this contest that we'll have for somebody that will be a lucky one.
That would be great.
We'll
and
give
I've
2
always wanted
tickets.
to say this.
We'll let
Thanks
you
for
give 2
having
tickets.
us.
Thank you for having us, Dawn, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
No, also too is, you know what, ladies, I don't know if you're interested, but I had a meeting with Lola, station owner,
Yes.
and we are putting together a Business View show coming up, and our first kickoff is December 6th. So if somebody has something in business that they want to do, or they want to be a part of the show, I'm just going to host it. I'm not going to, nothing to do with Hollywood Connections. It's all about you and your business for 20 minutes. You get to do it once a month.
Any kind of business?
Well, any kind of business. That's the one show that we're putting together.
Like a film company?
It could be. Yeah, you
Yeah.
have 20 minutes, and then you're
Yeah.
going to get like 30-second, 40 spots for the month. I think that's right, that I wrote down. And then you're also going to get connected to the Facebook. Actually, your page will go to Tan Talk 1340 on the website.
Okay, and what date? What's the
Well,
date?
actually, I need to have you. We're having a meeting tomorrow at the station, so if you can pop over, I can.
Okay, we're in, and from Lima Productions, the owner. I'll bring him
That
in.
would be good.
I'll bring him in.
Yeah, just to see if you'd be interested, because
Yeah.
it's men or women that if you have a business, you can be a part. Now, if you're not in the area, you can Skype your shows in, or you can call in. So, yeah,
we'll be here.
That would be great. And the other show is we're doing a medical show. So I'll be hosting. So if it's chiropractors, eye people, anything to do with anything in the medical industry, and you're driving, you're like, ooh, that's me.
Can I ask you a question? Now, you said with the medical.
Right.
I was just talking to a friend of ours who owns 7 clinics, medical group clinics.
Oh, nice.
Now, but the thing is, you said repetition. So, give me that part.
Well,
again.
kind of. What it's going to happen? They're going to talk whatever they want to talk about. What the health, fitness. If
But
it's
how is it repeated? How many times and how many?
It'll
and
be
how long?
this one will be once a month for 20 minutes, but they're going to get their commercial spots for their business as well.
For how?
I know she said I'm going to just reiterate, but as I wrote down, I know it was 30-second commercial spots about 40 times for the month. Because
Really?
yeah, so it's a really good deal. But there's a super deal that we're going to talk about tomorrow that I can give you more information.
So I'm interested in both.
That's amazing because it's going to help people as well in the health and field, and that's really exciting. And also too, I'm putting a children's show together. I used to work for Radio Disney back in the days in West Palm, and we don't have anything like that. And since I've been helping these kids out there, if you're 8 and above or 7 that you can talk, and you've got somebody in your family that could come on, we're going to put a show together. You're going to play your own music, whatever you want, and then I'm going to help produce it for the kids. So it's going to be really fun on that too. Now, also too, everybody remember, third Friday coming up, we're going to be at Safety Harbor with Tan Talk Radio. And then we also have other events coming up. So if you have some flyers that you need to go out, let me know, with your event too. Okay. Which would be great. And I don't know why my alarm's going off in the middle of 7:30. I think it was 7:30 in the morning I set my alarm for, but
Well, good job.
7:35 p.m.
You're not late, I guess. Just a little bit late.
The kids event that you're having, is that, I have a friend who's a producer with Nickelodeon.
Okay.
Out in L.A.
Okay.
Is that something that I should,
that's
she could call in? Or
Oh, God,
something
yes.
She could
Yes,
get involved in?
I want casting directors. I want producers to call in and say, hey, I'm casting for this event coming up, like we just did with Randy Jackson,
Okay.
Keith Urban, Joy Mangano. We work with a producer for anything
She's
that.
been working with Nickelodeon, I guess, I don't know, about 5 years, 6 years now.
Nice. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
You'd have to be here to introduce them.
Well, that's okay. I'm always here.
I know. I love
like
it.
you said, come and see me. I don't know what to promote. Ingrid, you'll find something.
Right, exactly.
Barbie and I went down to Rick Springfield's concert
Oh.
Sunday in Fort Myers.
He was in town?
He was in Fort Myers.
Oh,
awesome.
Can I tell you something? And this is really great for my audience listeners. I know I got to interview Henry Winkler last week, which was amazing. And then, because there was a story that I gave how I met him and the crew back in the Happy Days gang, you know. And then it was little mini me. I don't know, Peter, do you have his little intro?
I do.
Hold on. Wait, you got to hear this. This is so cute. But I sent another producer over, and he goes, I'm not going to do mini me. I'm not going to do it. But he didn't. I didn't want mini me. I just wanted his name. But it's really cool. So here, just take a peek at this. I love this. And we're going to get him on.
This is Vern Troyer, and you're listening to Dawn Reese's Hollywood Connections.
Isn't that cute? That was short.
We actually, when you say Henry Winkler,
right?
As Kenny, I don't know if he mentioned it, or maybe last week, we just bought a '78 Lincoln.
Okay.
And it's really funny. It reminds me of the radio. Reminds me of the jukebox on Happy Days because it's got a short, but every time it cuts out, all you do is take your palm of your hand and just hit just tap it, and it comes back on. And every time it comes back on, I go like, Happy Days.
I know. But you know, sad is like my little guy, one of my reporter kids that I had, last week, I'm like, do you know who Henry Winkler is? He's like, no. I'm like, I've hit that age.
Isn't that, God, we get that all the time.
I know.
You say this one or that one or that one. Who's that? Oh, God, really? Oh, my God. I go home, have a wine, and forget about it.
My brother's a CPA, and one of his clients is best friends with Henry Winkler.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we're trying to get Henry to call in. He said he would, as Kevin Sorbet, too, from the Hercules, and some other ones I'm working on, and Dawn Wells from Gilligan's Island. So some great people that I grew up with as well. You know, when you're talking about Rick Springfield, do you know when I was in college in broadcasting, we produced our own segment, but we had Roundabout Orange County News. And he was my first interview in Orange County. And yes. Oh, my God. And you know what is really amazing? He looked at me and he goes, this is special. I never bring my mother on. And his mom came on.
His mom was there?
Yep. And she sat right on his lap and he's like, this is for you, Dawn. And then to me, being in broadcasting back in the days, that was really special.
Yeah.
You know, and to take the time to do that.
It was awesome.
He was General Hospital.
Yeah, Dr. Noah Drake.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
Dr. Noah Drake. But like I said, his concert was awesome in Fort Myers Sunday. It was at the ranch.
Ooh.
And it was great. It was really great.
Nice. Very cool. Well, you ladies always have something special to bring to the table. And I'm so glad that I met you that day with Lola, the station owner. We love Lola.
Lola's a sweetie.
I know. I love her ringtone. Whatever Lola.
I love her, but I like her dogs better.
Ragsdale?
Both
yeah,
of them.
both of them. She's got 5.
Oh, I only met 2.
There's
the
only
2 that are here.
Yes,
all the time.
Yes, they're her dogs. And we want to thank you so much for being here. And you know who's behind me? I have somebody that we've been talking to. They drove. I think you drove all the way. Did you drive or fly? Oh my God, they drove in from Texas. And I have a surprise. She probably is like, you're putting me on the air? Yes, I'm going to put you on the air. We're live. Hey, Peter, can you go to some fun music for us? That would be great. We'll be right back at 7:38 in the evening. We got some more news to tell you. And go to HollywoodConnections.biz. And I am Dawn Reese, your host. We'll be back.
Silver and gold, I have none to give to you. Material things, I have none to give to you. Honey and sweets, I have none to give to you. All I have for you, all I got for you. Love and affection. My love and affection. Love and affection. It's been a long time we'll be together, baby. Sharing every moment together. I hope this our love will last forever. I can move your mountain, you can move my mountain. Let's share this love, baby. I'll take you to the dreamland. Love and I, love and I, love and I, love and I. Oh yeah, what love, Love can mend your life. All you got to do, baby, trying all over again. Love and affection. Love and affection. Love and affection. Give me love, affection. Come on, give me love and affection. There will be no confusion, no temptation, no segregation, but there'll be solution. All I got for you, all I got for you, all I have for you, all I got for you. Love and affection. Love and affection. All I got for you, all I have for you. All I got for you, all I got for you, baby. Love and affection. 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 Yes, I. Yes, I can praise the Most High. Affection. There will be no confusion, no temptation, no segregation, but there'll be solution. All I got for you, all I
Don't go anywhere because she's going to interview you. Do it for behind the scenes. Peter's laughing at me. I got these two beautiful ladies here with their big holiday heart event coming up, and Heat. It's soap opera stars, and Alexia is joining us now. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Sorry I'm really late. I just came from the hospital. My cousin's having heart surgery, so...
oh, my God. How old?
She's 9.
Oh, my God. That's too young.
So if anyone out there is listening, please send prayers. We really need it, but she's okay right now.
Well, our prayers go out to her as well. And I didn't even know you were coming. I wasn't sure. I was texting you, Wayne. Alexia, I want you to meet these film directors. But then when you told me, I was like, okay, just take it easy. Don't worry about coming. And then I thank you for being here as well. And we've got some other news we're going to talk about with Alexia. But I have tell everybody about how we met or how you knew me and back in the days. We have somebody from Texas.
We went to school together in Wisconsin.
That's right.
House Corners, Wisconsin.
That's right. And you have some other friends that were in the circle too. Remember was it McKenna's?
Yes, Colleen, yes.
Right. And she's now here.
Yes, and I'm going to see her while we're here. Yes.
Well, if you're here, I'll get you some tickets to that comedy show on Friday night.
Oh, that would be
You like comedy?
Yes, my husband loves it.
All right, we have 2 free passes for you from Larry. We'll make sure that happens.
That's awesome.
So you drove all the way from Texas. And what brought you to Clearwater?
My husband is the fire chief for our area, and it's southwest of Houston.
Okay.
And they're having it's an International Fire Chiefs Association conference.
In Clearwater? Oh, nice.
Yes,
I hope
you
get some nice relaxation beach time.
I plan on it.
For sure. Now, you've been following me around a little bit on Facebook and seeing what I'm doing. Now you're at the station. Now, does it all make sense?
Yes. It does.
This is my passion. Here was that shy twirler back in the days, and I just twirled. Now you can't shut me up.
Yeah. You graduated in 78, and I graduated in 77.
That's right. Yeah. Wow. I got to get back there. I just would like to take a tour of that high school, Whitnall High School.
I went back not too long ago, and our Spanish teacher, did you take Spanish?
I did. Okay. ¿Estás en casa? No,
está con una amiga.
¿Dónde están en la sala? No, en casa amiga. Something like that, but that's all I do in Spanish, and then it helped me a little bit being a flight attendant.
Miss Klechka just retired year before last.
Wow.
And I went by and saw her. In fact, my profession is bilingual teacher, so...
Oh, wow. How about Mr. Lambert? Remember he was the one that had me as the twirler. He was the band leader. Mr. Lambert.
Oh, he was
he was older. Yeah, I don't think he's around anymore.
Yeah, Mr. Vanderhart is still around.
I remember that name.
Yes.
We're reminiscing here in high school. Back in I have to get back for a reunion. That would be cool.
We're going to have one next year.
You are?
I think it's going to be class 73 through 78.
Really?
Yes.
That would be really
They'll include
cool.
you, yes.
I want to be there.
Yeah.
I would love to be there. That would be awesome. Now, I know Alexia drove all the way in. She's doing interviews with these two beautiful ladies that are going to be waiting. But, Alexia, you're doing movies now.
Yes. I was actually wanting to talk about one of the movies I'm working on right now called Candy Cane Killer. I mentioned it before on the air.
And how did you get with them?
Mr. Adrian Blade was on your radio station, and I had an interview with him, and I was put on the crew and as one of the actors in the trailer, which is really cool because we just wrapped up the filming process for the trailer that should be out by this year. We're hoping leaning towards December, which is a lot of process, but it's going to be well worth it because the trailer scene it's going to be really exciting. The movie is very intense, and it's a really, really like a classic cult slasher type action movie that I'm really excited to be a part of. We've been filming nonstop since October, and it's been busy weekends. I'm actually filming this weekend as well. And we're also doing this really cool thing. Sometime in December, we're going to be doing a contest we have these little dolls, the Candy Cane Killer dolls that Mr. Adrian's wife makes. She hand makes them, and we're selling them for $25. And anytime you buy one, all the proceeds is going to us to produce the movie, to make it better for the audience, and to have more money to produce it, to make the film what it needs to look like. So when we get that out, we're going to start selling out the merch. We're going to have this contest where people take a picture of the little doll. I'll post it through so you guys can see the picture.
Okay.
And I actually have one right here. And you take a picture of the doll somewhere very unique and very original, something that you would see a doll. There's some examples on our Facebook like page. And whoever has like the coolest, most creative picture is going to have a walk-in role. And that means the director is going to write in a role for them to be interacting with the other actors. So you will be on the film as well. So that's really, really exciting.
Well, you know what? I'm excited. You've been with me for many years now, and you're one of our international reporters. But, you know, you've gotten so many connections just from the show. But also, I put the girls and the reporters on the red carpet. You know, and you meet film directors, and I put them right in front of you. And that's what I do. You know, I'm putting together, ladies and gentlemen out there and my listeners, a reporter's workshop for teens and kids, because this is an opportunity for them to get on the red carpet. I'll train you at the station. You're going to learn. Maybe I'll put you on the other kids show. But we have some really fun things. But you have been meeting so many celebrities.
Yeah, and it's also really exciting. The one guest you just had today, I actually met him at the Gasparilla this year, so it's kind of
Mike that was here? He said, I showed him your photo.
The one gangster, yeah, the wise guy.
The other one,
yeah,
Ingrid's husband.
Yes.
Okay.
I can send you a picture back from Texas.
Really?
Yeah, I can take a picture with the doll and send it back to you
yes,
from Texas.
Yes, the doll, if you want to put it on.
Okay, there we go. That's
It's handmade.
Okay.
To represent the Candy Cane Killer, and that's what it looks like.
Wow. It's a interesting movie, and the film director is working. And your sister, Brandy Hope Productions, where's she at tonight?
Working.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but she's a hardworking.
She's here in spirit. Yeah.
I thank you, and I thank you so much for driving all the way from Orlando down here.
No problem. And also, I'm doing the Stand Up for Veterans performance.
Yes, you're going to be at the Stand Up for Veterans performance. Yes, we're going to give that address again for coming up, and you're going to be there this weekend with me.
I will be there. So whoever's listening, you can come see Miss Dawn. You can also say hi to me as well.
I know. Well, some of the celebrities, Alexia, who have you interviewed? There's so many.
I've interviewed a lot of the Walking Dead cast just recently.
Mm-hmm. I know you met.
I met one of the favorites I enjoyed meeting was the new actress from Deadpool. She plays a Megasonic teenage warhead. She's really nice. Her name is Brianna. I interviewed her because it's really cool because Deadpool is one of my favorite Marvel movies. So I got to see her this year and interview her. That was pretty exciting. I have a lot more interviews to send to you. I've just been so busy that I'm like lacking, and I got to interview.
No, she's an actress, but that's your passion, and that's what I wanted to do with you. I saw an open door for the kids, and I said, you know what? From my background in broadcasting, let me train you, let me help you. Now I don't even have to tell her what to do. She just goes. I'm like, wow, go, Alexia.
And it's a really great experience. I highly recommend any person, teenager or adult, whatever, boy or girl, I highly recommend that you get involved in something like this, because not only does it help you get further with your career in this type of business, but also helps you get out of your shyness and boosts up your confidence a little bit more. So I've been with you since I was a really small child. So
And how old are you now?
17.
Right.
And since then, I've blossomed into being a little bit more outspoken. I mean, doing this has really impacted a lot, so I definitely recommend it to.
And the media IDs are great because I know it gets you into so many things.
Yeah, I just seen a new one.
I know. Now you have a talented son, right?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Let's talk about him for a minute.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say hi, Jacob, because I think he's listening right now.
Yay!
So, yeah, he's listening all the way back in Texas.
Okay.
So yes, he is just very gifted. He taught himself how to play the guitar, the piano. He's a drummer by trade, and he also works with troubled children. So he can draw. He can do anything he wants, sets his mind to do. He's just very talented.
Now, where in Texas are you?
Southwest of Houston. It's Richmond-Rosenberg area.
Now, I have a new reporter in Texas, my new Miss Teen Texas. Let me set up an interview for her to come and meet with you guys when you get back and your son. And I want a more in-depth interview with him playing guitar and a little bit about a little documentary. That would be good for her in training.
That would be
exciting.
Wonderful. He would love that. Yeah, he's awesome. He's in a band right now, and they play regularly at certain places, and he's an incredible drummer. He's very good.
So, and what does he want to do?
I think his dream job, I think, would be to play the drums for a living. Right. But
find
of course,
a band,
you have to have a day job. So
does he? I know he has some demos. I know that there are people out there listening, and I know that I took a friend with a Funkadelics, George Clinton, and we went.
Wow,
I know behind the scenes, and so we put this gentleman on stage, and now he was touring with them for a while as well. So you never know, because when bands come to town, they're always looking for drummers in those areas. And that's another connection. Or is it raining outside, Peter?
That's another connection on Hollywood Connections.
I agree. You know what's really cool, Peter, is that I had one of my friends that I actually worked with at a corporate modeling school, and she just got a major film part with Anjay in a movie. And there's so many people getting connected with my show, so I had to talk with Lola. And, if you go to tantalk1340.com, you're going to go to the podcast.
TantalkNetwork.com also.
Oh, really? We have that now?
Yes.
Oh, I'm excited about that.
There you go. Another website, another way.
Okay, so what I told Lola, and then she gave me a good idea, I haven't even named all my podcasts. So we're going to name them with numbers. And then I'm going to have something like, listen to podcast number 232 or whatever. There's going to be a film director that gives you, or a casting director. So I've got some homework to do myself. But there's so many, Peter. We have casting directors, film directors from all over.
It's a great idea. Honestly, keep organized a little bit.
Yeah.
And of course, if you have one of those handy dandy smartphones, make sure you download the TuneIn Radio app to hear this show along with all the fine shows on the Tan Talk Radio Network.
I know. And Peter, you're on Saturdays.
Saturdays, the only FM sports talk show in the Tampa Bay area from 3 to 5. Bring your passion, bring your excitement, just don't bring any nonsense. The Sports Web, the evolution of sports talk radio.
I'm going to hook you up with John Steinmiller. What did you think of last week with the Milwaukee Bucks?
It was great. It was a great interview, and kind of gave you a prediction on the Cubs winning the World Series on your show, and it happened. There you go.
So are you still a diehard Packer fan, or?
I am. I guess I would say my family, and I would say my sons in Phoenix. They were the cheeseheads and the Packers.
Cheeseheads all the way. You can't take the Wisconsin out of us.
No, and the Milwaukee Bucks, I definitely am a fan of theirs. But I'm also a Florida Panthers hockey team. And a Dolphins.
We got some work to do on you. You need to be a Tampa Bay fan, Tampa Bay Lightning fan. You're in Tampa now.
I know. I have to get over there, Peter.
I'm telling you,
I know.
do.
I agree.
Yeah, and when you say you're from Wisconsin, I don't hear an accent anymore.
Maybe I don't know.
I hear a flight attendant accent. Is that a thing?
It could be.
I think you have that.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to.
Well, if she says Milwaukee, that will definitely give it away. Or Bubbler.
Let's hear it.
So if I'm saying Milwaukee Bucks.
No, that's not how you say it.
She put on her flight attendant voice.
She's a trained professional. There you go, right there.
We say Milwaukee. We don't say Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
Yeah, Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Where Henry Winkler is. Yes, the Happy Days.
Oh, did you see him?
I did.
Did you do the thumbs up?
Do you know, it was really cool. And I have to talk about this story. So I was a beauty queen. It was like, Miss Newport Beach or something, Miss South Shore Waterfall. So I was at the Milwaukee Brewers Stadium when we used to have the Happy Days crew, and they would come and play baseball. And so Henry Winkler walked out, and he gave me a big hug and a kiss on my cheek. And he is so soft-spoken, and it was what a gentleman. And then they took me downstairs to meet Donnie Most and the whole crew.
Oh, wow. That would have been awesome.
Which was really...
Because it took place where we grew up.
I know. And so when I told him this in front of a crowd of a couple thousand people, seriously, in 3 ballrooms over at the Tampa MegaCon, and I said, Henry Winkler, I'm going to take you back. And I have that video, and he's like... Was this before my statue? I said, this is way before. And then I told him the story, and he's like, okay. Then I got to meet him in person, which was really cool. And I said, Henry, I'd love to have you on the show. Because I had Clint Howard on, back in West Palm Beach. And that was really cool to meet somebody that says, hey, I remember the bus breaking down, and I remember what happened. And,
Clint Howard was in the Bear, what was it? The Gentle Ben, was that what he was in?
Yes. Uh-huh. And then, so and it's who you know and who knows you, and it's just a matter of connections. And I heard, we have a lot of celebrities in this area, and I would love to have them on the show. I'm working on some. And if you would like to talk about what you're doing and you're listening to Tan Talk and 106.1 FM, and we'd love to have you here and say, how do I get in touch with Dawn Reese? Well, go to HollywoodConnections.biz, and then you can check us out, what we do.
Or if you have an in because you went to school with her.
Right. Or an in. But this is my passion, and this is what I like to do and help people and give them the door of opportunity to, realize, hey, maybe I don't want to be a reporter for entertainment. Maybe I want to be a veterinarian. Well, let's go interview veterinarians. I'll set up the interviews, and I've got girls in Houston, and they're coming from all over the United States now. And so I'm training them on Skype, and we're really getting them ready to be an opportunity, to be a journalist.
Yeah, something really exciting.
I know, and you have some parades coming up. We have Dunedin.
Yes.
We have Largo, so we're going to be giving those coming up. I would say next week with all the great events that we're putting together.
I have to come back when we have more time and talk about a few more roles. I did an audition Sunday.
I heard.
Yep, I got it.
And you got a lead role.
Yes.
And we can't talk about it really, but...
Not yet. After the table read, I'll be able to. And then also another one I can't say anything about at all, but I definitely, as soon as you'll be the first to hear my connection.
Well, Marty wants your photos. Marty needs to talk to you, so she got another agent connection tonight as well.
I'll be sending my headshots.
Thank you so much. I know these ladies out there are going to be waiting for their quick interview,
Yes.
so Lexi's going to go interview. And also tell everybody your name again, live on the air.
Marie Woolley, Stack Woolley. I used to go to school with you, and my son's name is Jacob, and my husband, the
Hi,
fire
Jacob.
chief, is Joey.
Joey, okay, nice to meet you. I hope you guys relax and enjoy our beautiful oceans down here. Maybe we can get you on the sailboat. I don't know if you have some time.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I can see what my husband's going to do in the next couple days here.
Yeah,
with our
I got
events.
to meet him out there. He's very nice.
That's Bert.
Yes.
He's listened to the radio. I got to tell you, Peter, I've had people that came to the show and they said, is this really FM? I'm like, if you go out to your car and you put the radio on, you can hear us.
I have mine on right now. I was on the way here. I was listening.
Yeah, 106.1, clear as a bell.
I know. I agree.
Clearwater, Tampa, St. Pete.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
we
never
were
know.
listening on the way. We were listening to the flamenco.
Wasn't he good?
Guitarist. Yes, he was
I know
very
King
good.
James is supposed to be in the house, and he's got an event coming up this Sunday, Martin Luther King area, and he gave that information on the first half hour of the show, and we're really excited for his event coming up that will pop over on Sunday as well. Well, any other last words, anybody? Alexia?
No last words except for, again, prayers for my cousin Brooke, and thank you for anyone who's been supporting me, and I should be having my new song coming out soon.
Yay!
And then I'll be excited to be performing this Saturday.
And we're going to get some Miss World Tourism Pageant.com. Actually, I'm representing Florida. I'm really excited. There is an age group. So, yes, I'm in my 50s, and I don't feel like it. I'm like, what is it? 50s is a new, 30s?
Sure. Why not?
Let's say 20s. What the heck? Yeah.
Yeah, Ivana Trump used to say 39.
Forever.
Forever. That's true.
I also have to say that our oldest son he's going to be 33, and he is a Houston firefighter. So he's one of those really hot firefighters for Houston.
Okay. That would be another interview. And Peter, any last words? We have, 20 seconds?
No last words for me. Just listening to Hollywood Connections on Wednesday night from 6 to 8 on the Tan Talk Radio Network.
I'm Dawn Reese, and tune in next week. We'll have some more celebrities, guests. Thank you for tuning in. Go to HollywoodConnections.biz. Good night. God bless. Give it to him. Watch things happen. Give it to God. All the glory and honor.
That's
Bye-bye.
right.
WTAN, Clearwater, Tampa Bay. WDCF, Dade City, Tampa Bay. WZHR, Zephyr Hills, Tampa Bay. Listen.
On